Welcome to the channel, kids. We're going to Cuba, a country of raw beauty, a place where the clock seems to tick a little slower. So buckle up, because we're about to dive deep into a world of vibrant culture, breathtaking landscapes, and unforgettable experiences. Alright, forget Havana for now, forget the vintage cars and crumbling facades. We're headed west to a place where time seems to stand still, almost as if it's been frozen in a bygone era. Vinales Valley, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a place where the earth erupts in these dramatic limestone hills called mogotes that pierce the sky. This is a place where tobacco still reigns supreme, where farmers work the land using traditional methods passed down through generations, preserving a way of life that has endured for centuries. You can smell it in the air, rich and earthy, a reminder of the slower pace of life here, where every breath feels like a step back in time. Get ready to hop on a beat-up bicycle, the kind with mismatched tires and a rusty chain, the kind that tells a story with every creak, every turn of the pedal. We're going deep into the valley, past fields of green tobacco leaves stretching as far as the eye can see, past farmhouses painted in faded pastels, where old men smoke cigars on their porches, and time seems to have forgotten to exist. You'll see oxen pulling plows, the rhythmic thud of hooves echoing through the valley, a sound that has resonated here for generations. This is a place where the past lingers, where tradition is woven into the fabric of everyday life, creating a rich tapestry of culture and history. And trust me, you'll want to taste that tradition. This is the heartland of Cuban tobacco, and no trip here is complete without sampling the local rum, maybe paired with a freshly rolled cigar, a combination that captures the essence of this land. But it's not just about the scenery or the smokes, it's about the people. The people here, they possess a certain resilience, a warmth that draws you in, making you feel like a part of their extended family. They'll invite you into their homes, offer you a cup of strong, sweet coffee, and share stories that'll stay with you long after you've left. Learn to roll a cigar from a weathered old-timer whose hands have been doing this for decades. Listen to the stories etched into the lines on his face, stories of hardship and hope, stories that tell the true tale of this land, a land rich in history and culture. This is the real Cuba, the Cuba that doesn't exist in guidebooks, but lives in the hearts of its people. Now I know what you're thinking. Cuba, beaches, it's all been done. You've seen the brochures, the travel blogs, the Instagram posts, but trust me on this one. There's a hidden gem that's still off the beaten path. Tucked away on the far western tip of Cuba, lies a beach so pristine, so untouched, it makes you question if you've stumbled onto the edge of the world. It's a place where time seems to stand still. Forget the crowded resorts and the pre-packaged paradise they're selling. This is something entirely different. This is Playa Paraíso, a place where the sand is like powdered sugar, and the water, a shade of turquoise so vibrant, it seems unreal. It's a slice of heaven on earth. We're talking about the kind of place where the only footprints you'll find are your own. A true escape from the hustle and bustle, where the silence is broken only by the gentle lapping of waves and the occasional squawk of a seabird circling overhead. It's pure tranquility. This is a place to reconnect with yourself, to lose yourself in the raw, untamed beauty of the Caribbean, a sanctuary for the soul. This isn't about luxury resorts or poolside cocktails. It's about something much deeper. This is about raw, unadulterated nature, the kind that takes your breath away. We're talking about diving into crystal-clear waters, teeming with colorful fish and maybe even a sea turtle or two if you're lucky. It's an underwater paradise. We're talking about exploring hidden coves where the only sounds are the waves crashing against the rocks and the cries of seabirds. It's like stepping into another world. This is a place to disconnect, to unplug from the world and reconnect with something more primal. A place to find peace. Leave your phone behind, forget about the internet, and just be present in the moment. Embrace the simplicity. Breathe in the salty air, feel the sun on your skin, and let the rhythm of the ocean lull you into a state of pure relaxation. It's a feeling like no other. And when the sun begins to set, painting the sky in hues of orange, pink, and purple, find yourself a spot on the beach. It's a sight to behold. Crack open a cold crystal beer, watch as the sky explodes in color, and give thanks for the simple things in life. It's moments like these that make it all worthwhile. Chapter 3. Get ready to step back in time, to a place where the cobblestone streets whisper tales of a bygone era, where every stone has a story to tell. where the air hangs heavy with the scent of tropical flowers and cigar smoke, creating an intoxicating blend that lingers in your senses. This is Trinidad, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a perfectly preserved colonial town on Cuba's south coast, where history and culture are frozen in time. Forget your fancy resorts, your air-conditioned buses. Here you walk, feeling every uneven cobblestone beneath your feet. You get lost in the maze of narrow streets, each turn revealing a kaleidoscope of color, pastel-hued houses with wrought-iron balconies, each more vibrant than the last, crumbling mansions that have seen better days yet still stand with a certain grace and dignity, and the ever-present rhythm of salsa music spilling out from doorways, inviting you to join in the dance. This is a town where life spills out onto the streets, where old men play dominoes in the shade, their laughter echoing through the plazas, creating a symphony of daily life, where children kick soccer balls, their joy infectious, their laughter a melody that fills the air. You'll hear the rhythmic click-clack of dominoes, a sound that punctuates the day, the passionate strumming of a Spanish guitar, each note telling a story of its own, the intoxicating beat of salsa music that seems to emanate from the very walls, urging you to move. Trinidad is a feast for the senses, a place where every corner offers a new delight. The aroma of strong Cuban coffee will tempt you from street vendors, drawing you in for a taste. The vibrant colors of the buildings will assault your eyes, each hue more vivid than the last. And the rhythm of the music will seep into your soul, making you feel alive. This is a town that pulsates with life, a place where you can't help but get swept up in the energy, where every moment is a celebration. Visit the Plaza Mayor, the heart of the town, surrounded by grand colonial mansions that once belonged to wealthy sugar barons, each with its own story. Climb to the top of the bell tower at the Convento de San Francisco for panoramic views of the town and the sparkling Caribbean Sea beyond, a sight that will take your breath away. As the sun begins to set, casting a warm glow over the town, head to the Casa de la Música, where the night comes alive. This open-air venue is the heart of Trinidad's nightlife, where locals and tourists alike gather to dance the night away under the stars. Order yourself a mojito, find a partner, and let the music move you as the night unfolds in a symphony of rhythm and joy. Chapter 4. Listen up, because we're heading off the beaten path now, to the easternmost tip of Cuba, a place that feels like the edge of the world. Baracoa, a town so isolated, so fiercely independent, it's like stepping back in time. This is a place where lush rainforests tumble down to meet the sea, where the air is thick with the scent of tropical flowers and wood smoke. Forget your well-worn tourist maps, your carefully curated itineraries. Here you're on your own. This is a place where you can still find traces of Cuba's indigenous Taino people, where the rhythms of African drums mingle with the sound of the waves crashing against the shore. This is a place where you can truly disconnect from the modern world and reconnect with nature. Hike through the Parque Nacional Alejandro de Humboldt, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and marvel at the biodiversity of this ecological wonderland. Swim in the crystal-clear waters of the Rio Toa, Cuba's largest river, and keep an eye out for exotic birds and curious creatures. Baracoa is a culinary adventure waiting to be had. This is the birthplace of chocolate in Cuba, and no trip here is complete without indulging in a cup of thick, rich, hot chocolate. Be sure to try the cucurucho, a sweet treat made with coconut, honey, and almonds, and the bacan, a savory dish made with plantains, coconut milk, and spices. Baracoa is a place that will stay with you long after you've left. Chapter 5. Okay, one last stop, but this one's a secret, a hidden gem, even amongst the hidden gems. Tucked away on Cuba's southern coast lies Cienfuegos, a city often overlooked, but trust me, this place is special. Forget Havana's grandeur. Cienfuegos seduces with its subtle charm, its elegance whispered, not shouted. This is a city where French colonial architecture blends seamlessly with Caribbean flair, a city that feels like a well-kept secret. We're talking about strolling along the Malecón, the city's seawall, as the sun dips below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink. We're talking about sipping strong, sweet coffee at a sidewalk cafe, watching the world go by, the air thick with the scent of cigar smoke and bougainvillea. Cienfuegos is a city best explored on foot. Wander through Parque José Martí, the city's central square, and admire the grand colonial buildings that surround it. Visit the Teatro Tomás Terry, a stunning example of 19th century architecture, and catch a performance if you can. Cienfuegos has a soul, a rhythm all its own. You'll find it in the music that spills out from doorways, the laughter of children playing in the streets, the aroma of spices wafting from family-run restaurants. Rent a bicycle and explore Punta Gorda, a peninsula jutting out into the bay, known for its elegant mansions and stunning views. As the sun sets, head to the Palacio de Valle, a whimsical mansion that wouldn't be out of place in a fairy tale. Have a drink on the terrace overlooking the bay, and let the magic of Cienfuegos wash over you. So there you have it, kids. A glimpse, just a taste, of the real Cuba. The Cuba that gets under your skin, that stays with you long after you've left. But this is just the beginning. There are countless other hidden gems waiting to be discovered, countless other stories waiting to be told. So get out there, explore, get lost, and discover the magic of Cuba for yourself.